What is good, my Rags and Fitness people, my Rags and Fitness folks, my Rags and Fitness fam? It's your man Rags. Back off up in this thing, and when I tell you I'm off up in it, I'm talking about I'm knee deep all the way off up in it. To all of my weight loss journey people, keep your head to the sky. Keep striving for greatness, shake the haters off. To all of my Alabama Crimson Tide fans, can I please get a roll tide? Roll tide, roll, baby! As you can see from my backdrop, Rags is not at headquarters right now. So, I had to do a little traveling, had to take care of some family stuff, right? But, as you can see by the title, we're going to be discussing Mr. Cormani McClain, former 5-star receiver of the University of Miami, current 4-star receiver at the University of Colorado, the Colorado Buffaloes, prime time, the fighting Deion Sanders. Now, you guys can go back to some previous videos that I made, and you can see I'm on record saying that if I was a betting man, and if I had to put my money on a team, after I saw that Cormani McClain hadn't signed his letter of intent for Miami, I said, guess what? I said, I think it's 2 more teams that's in the play besides Miami for Cormani McClain. I said the Alabama Crimson Tide and them Colorado Buffaloes. This is what I said about Alabama. I said, hey, if the guy's willing to come in and compete, if he really want to go through, you know, the rigor, you know, of everything, if he wanted to go and actually compete for the position, he might have chose Alabama, because I know that that defensive backfield is kind of loaded. You know, young guys coming out to prove themselves. But I also said, I believe that Prime Time, Coach Prime, also gave him an offer that it was going to be hard to refuse. You say, hey, you come to Boulder, I'm going to guarantee you, quote, I'm going to guarantee you a starting position on the other side of Travis Hunter. Now, Travis Hunter was a 5-star recruit. Travis Hunter was a 5-star recruit that he got last year with the Jackson Tigers. So, I told you once before on another video that I believe he was going to put Travis Hunter on one side and Cormani McClain on the other side. You're going to have some young guys, talented guys, but they're going to have a little learning curve. They're going to have to learn this stuff on the fly. Those Pac-12 teams, they like to pass the football. They don't play a lot of defense. They like to pass the football. And, hey, we're going to see what this add up to. Maybe Deion Sanders' prime time, the Colorado Buffaloes, is going to have that team that's going to implement defense more than a lot of the other schools over there in the Pac-12 actually do, right? So, like I said, Cormani McClain has committed with the Fighting Prime Times. He has committed to the Colorado Buffaloes. They say it's nice facilities over there. He took his family over there. The grandmother had a great time. The mother had a great time. I think he might even took some more people with him, and he had a great time. Deion laid it all out for him. I'm talking about he laid the red carpet out for that guy, and he got his guy that he wanted. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Deion Sanders is going to be a very big threat to any college football team out there. I'm talking about across the land, not just in the Pac-12, just because of the guy that he is. That stigma that comes with that prime time aura. You know, he's going to be a big threat. But we're going to have to see how he actually coaches these guys up when he get them on the football field. That's going to be a big thing. I know you say, hey, he's been coaching Little League. He's been coaching all of this stuff. But it's a little bit different when the competition is a little bit different, if you get what I'm saying. So, another question that's brought about is, dang, what is going on with these Florida schools? You say, hey, Miami had this big issue with Cormani McClain. I mean, they blew that up. I mean, they drawed that out for a long time. Miami could not seal the deal with Cormani McClain. Now, you got a place that's got this tropical weather out there, the beautifulest weather in the world, right? Some of the most beautiful stuff in the world. You got good food, you got all that down there, right? And he decided to go to snowy, cold Boulder, Colorado. Ask yourself another question. What is going on up the road with Noel Gainesville, Florida Gators, Rashada? Did they promise him a deal that they couldn't fulfill? Bars. What is going on over there, man? So right now in the state of Florida, it's not looking too good. the only team in the state of Florida that's flying under the weather, right? And not in any controversy or anything like that, is those Florida State Seminoles. Now, you still got the other smaller schools like UCF, and you got the South Florida Bulls and all those guys. But I'm going to tell y'all something right now. And I believe. Sometimes you got to believe you can fly. Sometimes you got to believe you can touch the sky. But let me tell you something. Those freaking Florida State Seminoles, they're going to be somebody to be reckoned with next year in the whole landscape of college football. Not only in the ACC, but I believe those Florida State Seminoles is building something over there that, hey, you might need to watch out for that in the state of Florida. The recruitment might get a little bit better because, hey, they got a thing now. They got something against Florida. They say, hey, Florida might promise you something that they can't even live up to. They say, hey, look at those guys down there in South Florida. They're losing recruits left and right. You don't see too much of that up there in Tallahassee with those Florida State Seminoles. So that's just what I say. Look out in the state of Florida and see what school. It's always a fight for the state of Florida. Which school is going to be the best school in Florida? Is it going to be Miami? Is it going to be Florida Gators? Is it going to be the Florida State Seminoles? And right now, Florida State is seeming to keep everything intact, even though they was having that talk a few years ago, or maybe whenever it was, they were talking about getting rid of the coach. And they really wanted to get rid of him for Deion. But he stayed. He fulfilled everything that he needed to fulfill. He went to a bowl game. He won his bowl game. And they are leaving the 22 season on a high note. 2023 is coming about. Let's see what they can do with that team. But once again, Cormani McClain is a Colorado Buffalo. And Rashada, we still don't know what he's got going on right now. He's trying to be released from his contract that he signed with the Florida Gators. So, with me saying that, with me saying all of that, the next thing I'm going to tell you is roll tide, because we coming. Hey, Nick Saban, you're giving me gray hairs. We need something. We need an update. I'm out of here already. Yeah.